But I think here's the difference, Mikey, is like a year ago, Jake wouldn't have thrown the Hail Mary because he feared rejection. I think the new Jake is I don't give a fuck because if I didn't ask, I didn't try. And if I didn't try, then I was letting myself down. Because if I have the thought and I want to do the thing, but I've got to hit this obstacle to do the thing, I can't have the fear that I'm going to trip over that obstacle or the rejection or someone's going to say no because you just move on. You don't ask why. Oh, why don't you want to do it? Like, you don't like me? It's like, now it's like, I don't care. Move on. Find the next guest that
Yeah.
wants to vibe with us. Find the next guest that wants to be in this bubble that generally sees the same fucking things we see, which is a lot of really cool shit. So I think that was the biggest thing for me, dude, is like throwing out a question and just not caring what obviously I care if they say yes, but if they say no, it's like, move on, move on. They're not there. We don't meet their expectations or they're not able to. Well, God damn, it feels good when they say yes.
Yeah.
And then we
Well,
have a
and that
really
goes
good
back
time
to
talking to them. Yeah.
it goes back to the rule of like sales. You know what I mean? Like every no gets you closer to the next best yes. And I mean, a lot of the time I was this way when we were going through the sales training, the sales process with the other agency. Like a lot of the time you would preset for that no to occur to such a degree, you would sabotage your ability to just authentically and organically let a yes inevitably occur. It doesn't matter if people say no, who gives a shit? When you get really good at hearing no's, yeses just become easy as shit.
Yeah. And dude, I'm glad you said that, dude, because it's like, I think that's one of the reasons I've just never really got too much into sales training or sales tactics or the objections is because this might sound so stupid, dude, but I don't want to fight that hard for a yes.
Yeah.
I want it to be so organic and natural that there's no sales. There's no, well, your wife and hitting every objection and being that top closer and doing like, yeah, that's where the money's at. I've heard it dime and ton. There's no money's in sales. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking bribery. It's kidnapping, dude. It's like, I don't want that. And again, it may go back to why I'm not a 7-figure coach because I don't have the sales tactics or all the answers for the objections. But goddamn, I've had a lot of yeses for just being who the fuck I am and being on it and then having a reputation to follow that, to over deliver and under promise.
Well, and I think that's huge in just understanding the manipulation. The reason people have an issue with sales is because of the used car salesman approach. Which is a lot of manipulation, but true sales just comes from trying to deliver somebody the best quality product to be able to help solve a problem of someone who you can serve. That's it. If you're not ready to solve your fucking problems, it's not my job to convince you should. If you're not ready, what the fuck is the point? And
It was
that is the issue. Most people just aren't ready to leave the comfort of problems. This goes back to the beginning of the call, where most people, they love problems because the excuses are so much more valuable to why they can't than the opportunity of being willing to find solutions, which actually takes time, effort, energy, and gets a little scarier. People aren't afraid of fear. Fear is a natural state. Problems are a natural state. People are afraid of success. People are afraid of solutions
yeah.
because
I know.
that's when the clock starts. That's when you actually have to start doing stuff.